How do you expect your life to change if you don't change your behavior? So many of you guys just sit there and complain about your situation, but then don't do anything about it. You're just sitting around waiting for life to happen, waiting for a fucking miracle. Like, so many people nowadays are unhappy with their situation, but don't do anything about it. You are in the exact position you deserve to be in, whether or not you like it, whether or not that's good or bad. If that bothers you, then that means it's true. Think about it this way. If I go up to a jack dude who clearly has his life put together, and I tell him he's in the position he deserves to be in, do you think he's gonna tell me I'm wrong or to respond negatively to me and tell me to fuck off? Absolutely not, because he knows that he put in the work to get to where he is. He knows he worked his ass off to get there. Now, if I go up to a fat person who's broke and tell them they're in the position they deserve to be in, do you think they're gonna get upset? Probably, because they don't wanna admit that it's their fault. Anyone who's unhappy about their situation, their body, or their finances, they never want to admit that it's their fault. I know this from personal experience because when I was out of shape, depressed, not in the best financial situation, I thought it wasn't my fault. I thought I was just born that way and that I couldn't do anything about it. And that's such a shitty mindset because it makes me not want to change. I kept asking, what am I doing to deserve this? Why me? But looking back, just based on my habits and what I was doing on a consistent day-to-day basis, it's like no shit I was depressed. No shit I wasn't in the best financial situation. No shit I wasn't in shape. All I was doing was partying, doing drugs, playing video games, chasing girls, doing random bullshit that really doesn't even matter. Gave me no purpose. And that's why so many of you are fucking up, because you never stop to think about what you're actually doing with your life. You never think why you're in that position. You just moan and groan that you're actually there. You think it's not your fault, but you never stop to look back and what you're actually doing with your life. Life gives you what you deserve, both good and bad. If you cut off all the bullshit that's dragging you down and start focusing on things that actually give you purpose and better your life, then you are gonna get what you deserve. What most of you don't understand is that you are the cause of all your problems. I'm not saying this to discourage you, but rather encourage you, because you have absolute control over your life. Whether or not it feels like it, you do have control over your life and your outcome. That means that you can solve your problems. Stop giving power to things that are outside of your control and start taking ownership of your life. Don't let your circumstances dictate your life. If your parents were out of shape, weren't in the best financial situation, and you blame them for not being able to teach you those things, then I'm sorry, but that's just a loser's mindset, because you can teach yourself. It's not your parents' fault, it's your fault, because the information is out there and you know what you need to do. In life, there are winners and there are complainers. You can't be both. Yeah, some people will have harder lives than others, there's no doubt about that. But that just means that you should work harder than others. The only way you can get out of your situation is if you do something about it. You can't just sit there and wait for a miracle to happen. Instead of always thinking, oh, why me? Start thinking about what actions led you to get into the position you're in. What habits do you have? Are you waking up at noon every day? Are you playing video games all the time? Are you smoking a bunch of weed? Are you eating shit food? Are you not working out? If you have shitty habits, then no wonder you're in a shitty situation. No wonder you're depressed and unmotivated. Your habits, what you do on a day-to-day basis, will directly correlate to the outcome of your life. Change does not happen overnight, both good and bad. It can take months. Do you think you just woke up one day and all of a sudden had shitty habits? Probably not. You probably built up those habits over months and months. Now let's go back to the example of a fat person. Do you think they just woke up one day and all of a sudden were fat? Of course not. Being 40 to 50 pounds overweight takes months and months or even years of shitty habits. Now let's look at the jack dude. Do you think he just woke up and all of a sudden was in great shape and had a six-pack? No, it took years and years of positive habits accumulated. That's what you need to understand. You deserve to be in the position you're in right now. If that offends you, then that's good, because that's what you need to hear if you want your life to change. If you don't change, nothing changes.